What's going on, everybody? Welcome to part 15 of our Matplotlib tutorial series. In this video, what we're going to be talking about is styles with Matplotlib. So first of all, what are styles? So styles with Matplotlib are like style sheets, like, cascading style sheets with HTML. It's a sheet where you can kind of specify the style that you want and like what kind of modifications to your graph you'd like to make. And then you can load that style into your graph and apply all those changes. So you would do this for the same reason you would have a CSS sheet for HTML, because let's say every time you make a graph, you want the title to be 16-point font. You want to use a different font, let's say, and then you've got you want your everything to be colored that kind of dark gray color that we were talking about before, and maybe you always want a grid, but you want a solid line. These kinds of things. It might make the most sense to go ahead and make a style sheet that's specific to all those little changes you like to make, because as you could see as we were leading up, all these little changes that we've made to our graph have accounted for quite a bit of lines. And then what if you make that change to every single subplot? Well, we're talking about like 200 lines. You don't want to do that. So we can use styles to kind of circumvent this issue, and also some of the pre-made styles are actually really nice. So let's go ahead and get into that. So first of all, the way that we use styles, it's pretty simple. We just go from Matplotlib, import style. That's it. Next, to use the style, all we have to say is style.use, and then we specify the name of the style sheet basically that we want to use. So let's say, for example, we want to use, there's one called ggplot. Okay, so we're going to use ggplot. Let's use that one. We bring it up, and now it's a pretty different graph, right? We've got the up and down colors still customized, and anything else we customize within our script is going to remain customized. But you can see that it looks like we're maybe using a different font, maybe a little smaller. The actual axes is like the background is this gray, and the grid is actually white, and so on. Another thing that we could do, actually, instead of plotting, possibly just for now, instead of plotting the candlestick, we can plot, we can just plot, like, so we can do ax1.plot and date close p, and we'll just comment out the candlestick line for now. We'll come back to candlesticks, but for now, let's just plot this. Okay, so you can see like a simple line looks like that, and if we were to plot maybe another line, we can basically plot, you could take this, copy, paste, close P, and let's plot open P as well or something. So we have 2 lines here. Okay, so that's what the graph looks like. Now without styles, it would be quite a bit uglier. There's another style too that I kind of like, and it is 538, I think. So 538 is another good one. Let's run that one. Right, so this one's kind of an interesting one too, where we've still got, we've got some overlap here because the font is much bigger. But this is an example of that graph, and you can see it actually has no spines. The kind of axis color matches the figure color and all that, so it looks pretty good. Now, what can we do with styles, and also how do we find out all the styles? So one thing that we can do is to find out all the styles that are available. You can print the plt.style.available, and that will print to console all the possible styles. So basically all of these. Now our style is one I've made, but we've also got like dark background was one, and grayscale and BMH. So let's show like dark background. This one basically makes a dark background kind of chart like this, So you don't have to change all this stuff, right? Because to make the dark background, you'd have to change all the spines to white, all the labels to white, all the tick things to white. You'd have to change every line to be this like kind of like lighter pastel-y color and all that. So as you can imagine, that's a lot of changes. So that's how to use like the styles that kind of come with Matplotlib. But what if you want to make your own changes to your styles? Well, you could use some of the pre-made ones, and you could work with those if you wanted, or you could go and you can modify them in the script itself, so you can use the customization that I've shown you guys, or you can modify them in the style sheet. Like you could go to the 538 style sheet and change it, or you can make your own style sheet right in that directory. So that's what I'm going to show you guys next, is how to get there. So to get there, these are the styles that are available. We can leave that there. But the next thing that you might want to do is figure out like where are these styles like located. They're located in your Matplotlib directory, but if you don't know where that is, you can always go import. Well, we've got style. Well, we're not gonna find style, I don't think, but we can like plt, let's say. So we can print and then print plt dot underscore underscore file underscore underscore. That should work. Right, and that gives you the location of that file. So this is c:/python34 blah, 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 all the way to matplotlib. That's the directory we're looking for, is that matplotlib directory. So I have that up. So that's here. So c:34 lib sci packages matplotlib. That's this path right here that we just found by printing that file. Then from matplotlib, we're looking for mpl data and then style lib. And then here are the styles. So we're using 538 right now, so we can right click that, edit with notepad, and here's that style. So we can see that there's some information here about the author and where it came from. And then you've got the settings, right? Line width, you've got solid cap style, legend, fancy box is being set to true. These are the colors. So this is the color cycle. So if you have more than 5 lines, it's just going to repeat by going back to this original color. So usually the first thing I do is add a few more colors. I mean, 5 lines is kind of a lot, but you know, you can easily have 10, 15 lines. So you definitely want to maybe add some more colors there. So that would be something I would modify 538 if that's what I wanted to use. I would add more colors to it. Otherwise, you know, you can modify the face color to the axes. You can modify all this, basically all this stuff here as you want. Or you could copy 538 to make your own style, like I made our style like this. And you can put whatever you want in there. It can be even just a few lines. It doesn't have to be all the styles, right? You specify only what you want to change, basically. So that's styles, and that's just a really quick way to make your graphs look better. Whoops, looks like I moved my screen a little bit or something. Anyway, that's what you can do to kind of make your graphs look a little better, a little more friendly, and without having to spend like hours changing what it looks like or doing those customizations. But it's still good to know the basic customization options just so you can change them on a whim and you don't have to do, because creating a style sheet does actually take a lot of work, but it's just, you know, one and done basically. So anyways, that's styles for you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Otherwise, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support and subscriptions. And until next time.